I was busy. I was busy talking to my angel. We live in the world that is busy. We live in the world of addiction, but drugs and alcohols are not the only substances that are dangerous nowadays. There's a substance much more dangerous than that because it consumes all our attention and our energy. Social media. I fall into the trap myself. I caught myself scrolling the screen one day, looking at the clock and realizing 45 minutes have just gone by. 45 minutes. 45 minutes of my life that I can't get back ever, spent on mindless watching what other people do, what animals do, and for what? For this rush of dopamine, for this rush of feeling of something that was completed, the task that was completed, starting one video and watching it to the end. And that feeling of completion gives us the sense that we make progress. It's a false sense that keeps us trapped. So I started this by saying I was busy talking to my angel. What do I mean by that? I mean that literally. And also, that angel becomes a metaphor of finding peace and stillness and quietness in our daily life, in our daily routine. It all started by the end of May. I noticed that all my inspiration, all my willingness to share somehow dropped down. I took conscious decision of giving myself space. I thought a few days should be okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday went by. Well, by Thursday, I could clearly feel that I want some more time. Me time, quiet time, time in silence, time without pressure of what I should, time without shooting myself and coulding myself. Just be. That's how week 1 ended, with me being. Week 2 started. I took part in my monthly mastermind with wonderful power ladies whom I deeply respect and whom I'm grateful for. And during that mastermind, I didn't have any questions, but I had that observation to share. Observation which initially was characterized by me feeling guilty. I was battling that thought in my head. Shall I tell them? Shall I share with that? Or shall I keep it to myself and act cool, act professional? Well, in the end, I thought I'm here to be fully me. This is the space where I choose to be authentic, and I am happy to be authentic. And I hope the ladies I share that space with are authentic too. So I said it. I admit it. Ladies, I don't have any questions, but I have to say, this is the week 2 when I notice that I need time for myself. I need space for myself. This is the week 2 where I give myself permission to be rather than do. And I didn't know what they would say, how they would react. But what surprised me was the fact that they all were in awe. And they expressed their thoughts saying, I wish I could do that too. And that opened a dialogue. I asked, what do you mean by that? I wish I could do that too. What stops you? What specifically stops you? Well, the answer was the commitments, my work, the money, and the need for making money. I just don't have that luxury. And I smiled because I said, these are exactly the thoughts I have when battling my guilty feeling of me just sitting in silence and being. This is exactly what I've been battling with, those thoughts. Because my logical mind whispers the same story. What are you doing, Kasia? You don't have time to sit and do nothing. You don't have time to just be. You are wasting the precious time. What are you doing? If you don't work, just take a book, read something, be productive. Call someone, be productive. Do something, be productive. It's enough. It needs to stop. Be productive. But the longer I sat in silence, those whispers started going down. That voice started turning down. Its volume started turning down. And I was getting deeper into that reflection, how we got conditioned into believing that only through doing we are worthy of something great. When actually in those precious moments of being, we connect with the higher power. In those precious moments of being, we can connect with our core. We can hear ourselves, the real selves, not the thoughts conditioned by our upbringing, society, the world we live in. Week 3 came, and my being continued. That feeling of guilt appeared again, a bit louder than in week 2. And I had a thought connected with a strong feeling, which resulted in manifesting. I had a thought, if I were sick, then I wouldn't feel guilty of being. I would just have permission to be. Well, nobody could tell me that I'm doing something wrong. There would be this understanding among my family, the society, the people I know, the people who watch me. Well, of course she's quiet because she's ill. It's almost like I was asking for permission to continue that state of being. And I even said, if that state of being is going to benefit me, well, then maybe it's the best if I get sick. That was week 3. And exactly the day after, I woke up with a fever. And I felt sick. I was really sick. I could not do anything. I couldn't read a book, couldn't even watch some movies. I felt tired. I felt like I just want to lay down and be. So I continued my being in week 3. And when I say I was busy talking to my angel, that part of being busy, I'm being a little bit sarcastic, but also, ironically, maybe we should learn how to be busy being, how to be busy being, rather than doing. This is something that I know for sure it's not only me who is battling that notion of worthiness through doing. Many of my high profile clients, successful businesswomen, question that act of being. Their logical mind understands the benefits of being, but their business mind rejects it. And it's not only that it's their business mind rejects it, but their habits reject it. And it starts their attempt to be resembles task list. It becomes a bullet point on a long task list. Okay, write the email, work on the strategy, contact the clients, delegate this task, be. And we tick off the boxes. But can being be another box to tick? Can being be another box to tick off? I leave you with that question. But I know that when I try to put being on my to-do list, that being is not a high quality being. That being becomes a task that I give myself a very limited time to perform. Yet, that being should be a core of our daily routine, giving ourselves space and time to be, because that's where the greatest ideas come. That's when we can hear our true selves. That's when we can connect with our true emotions. That's when we can reflect deeply. That's when we can connect with our clients, with our family members, with ourselves on the energetical level, not only through emails or SMSs and random phone calls. Being is something so simple, yet not easy. We get used to doing. We get used to being occupied all the time. Boredom is treated as something negative, something that needs to be avoided. Yet boredom is a gift. When we get bored, when we have time, when we give ourselves space and time to just be, that's when miracles happen. Instead of scrolling the internet looking for the next answer, solution to, we are looking for so many answers in the virtual world, but what about the answers that are within us, within you, within me? This is where the most creativity is hiding. Hiding? I wouldn't even say it's hiding. It's waiting for us to connect with. But we have that power to connect with our core, with our deep messaging. So you might ask, okay, Kasia, 3 weeks of being. What did that give you? Well, the reflections I'm sharing with you right now, that's for one. But also, it gave me that possibility to take a deep breath again, to breathe. It created that space where I chose to break the bond with old beliefs that only through the hard work I'm capable of creating something precious, something valuable, something worth sharing. That bond is broken. It helped me connect with myself. It made me see trees greener than I saw them before. The colors physically changed, and I'm not talking about the coming summer and that affecting the color of the trees. I mean, really, the world slowed down. For me, it did. Miraculously. It wasn't easy, but it was simple. That slowing down and connecting with myself through the act of being restarted my creative mind, allowed me to connect with the universal power, asking questions. How can I serve best? Whom can I serve best? Let me serve. Guide me. I feel guided. I feel protected. I feel supported. And today, I want to inspire you, encourage you to play with your being. Be for a change. Try as you may. Find a quiet space and just be. For 10 minutes, for an hour, for a day, however long feels comfortable for you. And allow those emotions come and observe. Allow those thoughts come and observe. Be this quiet observer, curious, like little detective. I'm very curious what that being will bring you. Thank you for being.